Hi, this is Astro Steve, and in this video, we're going to talk all about Gemini, the third sign of the zodiac. Gemini is, it's ruled by the planet Mercury. They also govern the third house. And again, we'll eventually get into the houses, but the third house is all about it's all about communication. It's all about short journeys. They're all about, the third house is also all about, it's how you relate to your siblings. It's also how you look at, it may also be how you kind of look at change, okay? That's governed by your third house. And as far as the third house goes, it's as far as Gemini goes, they're very changeable people. The two houses that govern over change is the third and the 11th house. And the signs that rule those, and actually also the 9th house. All these houses, they rule over change, and they're Gemini, Aquarius, and Sagittarius. Those are the signs that rule those houses. They're the most changeable. They're the most adaptable signs of the zodiac. Okay, and sorry about that. It's a little breezy outside today. Anyway, the thing that we also want to kind of get across here is that Gemini is very, very superficial, okay? But again, when you try to talk deep with a Gemini, it might be a little tough for them. But again, they're also all about communication, okay? And not only are they all about communication through words, but they're about communication through writing. They might be willing to write a book, okay, but they may do it in short spurts because they're not the type of person who can do one thing all at a time. Gemini takes breaks, okay? They know when to take breaks. They don't like staying in one position for a long period of time, okay? They're the type of person that will move around, okay? They'll be the type of person that will get impatient if they stay in one place for too long. They'll be like, I need to get up. My legs, they get antsy if they stay in one position, okay, for a long period of time. Also, Gemini are again, they do know how to use their words to hurt people, okay, because again, they're all about words, they're all about communication, alright. Gemini is also, again, they're not the most committed people, alright. Now again, we're not talking about the person with the sun sign, because remember, your sun sign only represents what you take pride in. It only represents your ego. Okay, so not necessarily if you have your sun sign in Gemini will you be like this, but this is all about, the sign itself. Okay, this is more about the people who have a lot of Geminian influence in their charts. Okay, that's what this is all about. Alright? So, Gemini is not the most committed. Okay, they kind of like a little bit of freedom. They like a little bit of adaptability, changeability. They like trying new things. Okay, they're not your most traditional sign of the zodiac. They're a little bit more changeable. But again, another thing to know about Gemini is, again, they know how to make friends. They have a nice wide circle of friends. And what will happen with Gemini is, because they have so many friends, the problem with Gemini is that they can gossip. Okay, and obviously gossip is not good. Alright? They're also the type of person that isn't necessarily the most dependable. Whether it's to bring something, whether it's to count on them to be there, they're not your most dependable person. Okay? Gemini can be a very, and also for some people with a lot of Gemini in their chart, what will end up happening is these people, like my grandmother, what will happen is these people can talk about many different things at one particular point. They won't stay on one particular topic. They'll switch topics, or when they do talk, they'll talk superficially. They won't go deep. They won't go inside. They won't, and if somebody does talk deep with them, they get confused and or they get bored. They don't like that. Okay, Gemini. Again, they get impatient about any one particular topic. So that's why with Gemini it's tough, okay, to speak with a lot, to speak in one particular thing. They also may be the type of people, if you have a lot of Gemini in your chart, they may be the type of people who have ADD or ADHD. Because again, they gotta move. They can't concentrate. It's hard for them to concentrate. And, to focus in. It's hard for them to do that. So again, these people, they definitely find it tough for them to, they're intelligent, okay? Don't get me wrong. These people are very, very intelligent. They definitely have very good minds. But Gemini is not like the other sign that's ruled by Mercury, Virgo, where they can focus that intelligence and actually apply it to school. These people, they may be, and if they are smart people and they do well in school, what will end up happening is they will like many different subjects. They won't like one particular subject. They won't be the type of person who's like, oh, I hate English, or oh, I hate math. They'll be the type of person that will like, oh, I like all my classes. I like school in general. Or they'll be the type of person who's like, I want to learn a different language. I want to learn Spanish. I want to learn Latin. I want to learn all these different sorts of languages. They like learning about new cultures because they believe in variety. So they find stimulation through that. Gemini is very much about different cultures. They don't mind learning about different cultures. So that is all about Gemini. Gemini is, again, they can be tough people to handle. Just because sometimes they can just ramble on and on and on, and it can just, for some of your earth and water signs, this can just, it can really be much because they're not that talkative, and, all this talking at one time can really, and if you have something to do and you're very oriented as far as what you need to do, and if all this talking is just like holding up time, you have to say, you have to know when to say it. Okay, this is time to go. But I know that happens with me sometimes when I'm on the phone with my grandmother. I'll be on the phone and it'll just be like, Grandma, I need to get off the phone. It's just like, it's sometimes a little tough because they know how to ramble. But that is my analysis on Gemini. Obviously we are in a new setting here. Obviously I'm not behind a computer screen. I'm in front of you guys, in front of a camera. Again, if you have any questions, comments, comment below, subscribe below, and in our next video, we will be talking all about the sign of Cancer. Hope you join us for that. See you later.